Night watch fire prevention and suppression plan. Daily setup. All setup needs to be done by 7:30 p.m. 3 steps of setup. 1. Unroll the hose and connect onto the fire hydrant. 2. Place water cannon in position. 3. Connect hose to the water cannon. Step 1. Unroll the hose and connect it to the fire hydrant. Unroll hose in the direction of the fire hydrant. So take the grooves shown in image 1 and insert them into the position shown in image 2. The orange spray paint will line up. Then while holding the locks highlighted in image 3, twist the hose into place until it clicks. The hose is now hooked up and ready to be used in case of a fire. Step 2. Place water cannon in position. Watch the video on basic training of forklift controls. The forklift cannot be operated after 7:30 p.m.
Good morning. So we're going to teach you basic operating skills for the forklift. We start by making sure that our air brakes are on. So we make sure that we pull up to apply. We make sure that we're in first gear, which is all the way up. And we make sure that our gear is in neutral. Once that's secure, we're going to turn our ignition on. Then we can actually release the brake by pushing in and stepping on your brake at the same time. Then I can go at second speed and I can shift into either forward or reverse. Once I'm done with the forklift, I put the gear into neutral, go back to first gear, which is up, put my brakes, engage my brakes by pulling up. On the right side, we have our levers to control our boom and our forks. The first lever on the far left is to raise our boom, our forks up or down, or our boom up and down. Okay, if I pull towards me, it goes up. If I push away from me, it goes down. This second knob, from left to right, is to create an incline in my forks. The third one is to move my forks closer to each other or further away from each other as a unit. So if I pull towards me, it goes to the right. If I push away from me, it goes to the left. These last 2 knobs are to control each fork individually. And that's why they're bringing them closer together or further away from each other.
Step 2. Place water cannon in position in front of the MRF. Step 3. Connect hose to the water cannon. Now that the hose is connected to the fire hydrant, step 1, and the cannon is in position, connect the hose to the water cannon. Daily setup.
Every night we have to set up our fire hoses. So we unroll the hose. Make sure that we check for no kinks in the line. Then we're going to connect the hose to the fire hydrant. And we do that by aligning these 2 hooks with these 2 matching pieces. Then I'm going to press down to release the lock. And I'm also going to press down to release the lock at the fire hydrant. I'm going to align. And I'm going to go clockwise. Till I hear the click. 2 is to put the fire cannon into place, which is in front of the MRF. Okay, so now I'm going to hook up the other end to the water cannon. But first I need to make sure that my handles or my valves are all turned off, which means they should be perpendicular to the main water line. I do the same thing as I did with the fire hydrant. I need to make sure that these clips match these divots. And I press the unlocking mechanism on both the line and the hose. And I do this by turning it clockwise until I hear a click.
In case of a fire. Steps when fire occurs. 1. Call emergency services and emergency contacts. 2. Activate the sprinkler system. 3. Turn on the fire hydrant valves. 4. Turn on water cannon valves. And 5. Spray down the fire. Step 1. Call emergency services and emergency contacts. Call 911 and report a fire at Western Elite. Then call emergency contacts in this order. Step 2. Activate sprinkler system. For fires inside the MRF, activate the manual set of sprinklers before operating the water cannon. Slowly turn handles to the on position. If the handle is parallel to the valve, the sprinklers are on. Step 3. Turn on fire hydrant valves. Turn the wrench of the fire hydrant counterclockwise until it stops and you cannot push anymore. Turn the valve of the fire hydrant on by turning the lever parallel to the valve. The hose will immediately start to fill with water. Step 4. Turn on water cannon valve. Turn the lever to be parallel to the valve. Make sure the hose is properly attached to the water cannon. Step 5. Spray down the fire. Aim the water at the base of the fire and spray. In case of a fire.
So in case there's a fire, I turn the overhead lines on by turning the knob or the handle perpendicular to the line on both sides. Once I turn the overhead sprinklers, I head over to the fire hydrant and I use the fire hydrant key to open the fire hydrant. And we turn this until it comes to a complete stop. Once the fire hydrant has been opened, I go to my water cannon and I turn the levers so the lever is perpendicular to the line. I climb onto the water cannon. I aim at the fire and I open the fire hose.
Remember, fires should be the #1 concern for the night watch. Fires that are caught before they are the size of a pizza box are easy to handle, but fires can spread and grow extremely fast, especially inside the MRFs, which, apart from being very dangerous, can cause a lot of damage and are extremely difficult to put out. The best way to stop a fire is to catch it before it happens by being alert, watching, listening, smelling smoke, etc.